Hello, hello! Welcome to Chilling and Chatting with a Dilophosaur. I am your hostess, Authoress Dilophosaur. So for those of you waiting on the next video in the Resident Evil Chris playthrough, something has gone wrong, and I am not able to upload the video from my PS5 to YouTube. I am not entirely sure what's wrong. It does seem to be the recording itself, even though on the PS5 the recording will seem to play perfectly well. I can't share it, I can't copy it over to a USB. Yeah, I'm not tech savvy enough to know what the problem is, so that's going to be on hiatus for now until I can hopefully find someone who can help me out. But anyway, here is our next playthrough. Final Fantasy X. I have been playing this game since I was in middle school. Oops. We don't need that to start. And even though I haven't, actually completed it, beaten all the side content and everything, I've gotten really close. I don't think I'm going to be doing any of the, really complicated stuff, since this is just supposed to be a chill, enjoyable walkthrough, but maybe another time. So yes, the character advancement system selection, select a sphere grid to use. We have the choice between the standard sphere grid and the expert sphere grid. Cannot switch grids in game. Is this the one you want? I forget exactly what the difference is, but yeah, since this is supposed to be just the first run through, we can start with the standard sphere grid. Soundtrack. Select a soundtrack type, arranged or original. So I have mixed feelings about both the arranged and the original. I'm gonna say this right up front, blanket statement: the Final Fantasy X soundtrack is phenomenal. Nobuo Uematsu and all the other composers who worked on this did a bang-up job. Absolutely excellent. One of the best Final Fantasy soundtracks ever. The original is such a bop. Very synth-heavy, very emotional, lots of pathos. The arranged, it's not bad, and there are some tracks that are better than the original, I think, but it does lose a bit in the translation, unfortunately. So I think we're gonna go with the original this time. And we can't switch soundtracks either, I don't think. But here we go.
Listen to my story. This may be our last chance.
Down this way.
Can I have your autograph?
Of course.
We're just gonna stick with the player character given names right now. Tidus. It's not Tidus. I used to call him Tidus because I thought it sounded better, and I still do, but it's Tidus. From the Okinawan word Tidusu, which means sun. No! Stop. Sorry, my kitten is a little rambunctious. She might interrupt here and there.
Good luck tonight!
Nothing to worry about. Oh, if I score a goal, I'll, do this. That will mean it was for you, okay? What seat?
He's blocking the front row! Fifth from the right!
Got it.
Talk to these kids.
Can you sign this?
No prob.
Please?
Alrighty.
Me too!
Take it easy. Well, gotta go. Cheer for me.
2, 3. Teach us how to blitz!
Hey, I got a game to play.
Then teach us after.
Maybe tonight, well,
You can't tonight.
I mean tomorrow.
Promise?
Promise.
I was in a coffee shop running away from home when I heard the news. Our hero, checked, gone, vanished into thin air. My dad must have been his biggest fan. I knew how sad he'd be. Heck, we all were that day. Zanar, I says to myself, what are you thinking? I went running straight back home. We sat up talking about Jack all night. My dad and I never talked so much. Whoa, didn't mean to reminisce, folks. Anyway, 10 years later, the Jack Memorial Cup tournament is today. The two teams that have won through to the finals are, of course, the Abes from A East and the Duggles from C South. I know there's a lot of people out there today to see the star of the Abes. In just 1 year, he's become the team's #1 player. He's Jack's blood and the new hope of Blitzball. What kind of super play will he show us today? Will we see his father's legendary shot? I don't think I'm the only one excited here, folks.
Yeah, I just like to listen to all that. You don't have to. It doesn't change anything in the game. I just like to do it just because I like having things finished. Yeah, just kind of talking to the people around here. All of this is flavor text. Again, doesn't change anything one way or the other. It doesn't give you any special items or unlock any side quests or whatever. Just for fun. Just go ahead and move on now that I've said that.
Make way, make way!
And
Coming
just
through, so...
keep pushing through. They'll get out of the way eventually.
Hey, I'm gonna be late. Hey, let go of me.
And this cutscene might not be recordable. If it's not, then I'll link in the description.
talking about?
Yeah, just keep going right here. There's nothing really you can do.
It begins.
What?
Don't cry.
What the? Hey, wait! Hey, not this way.
Look. We called it sin.
Sin?
Take it. A gift from Jekt.
My old man?
I hope you know how to use it. These ones don't matter. We cut through.
Yeah, as you can expect, these opening battles are really easy. Very hard to lose, although my stepbrother, who I first saw playing this game, proved me wrong. He was a pretty rush-in and, you know, FAFO kind of guy. So unlike him, I like to take my time and level grind and be sure that I know what I'm getting into as much as I can. But yeah, literally right here, just attack. And be careful with using your directional pad, because you can unintentionally attack your friends.
Don't bother going after all of them. Cut the ones that matter and run.
Spines is their ultimate attack. These things have two attacks. This is their regular strike attack and then spines. And spines does the heavier damage. Luckily, we don't need to use a potion or anything yet, but yeah, just cut the ones in front of you. And when you kill enough of them, then the characters will move on. Some design of the Sin Spawn to be so creative. A lot of the design work in this game is just gorgeous. And there is our first boss. It only has one attack. Demi, which is a gravity spell, and it will only take off a certain percentage of
Get
their
out of my
HP.
town!
Some can't wait to die.
So the boss itself can't kill you, but the smaller ones can. Overdrives. When a character's overdrive gauge beneath the HP MP display is full, that character may use a special unique attack once. Press the left directional keypad in the command window to use an overdrive. Yeah, each character has their own overdrives, they can't be switched between characters, and each one has a different gimmick if you want to get the best amount of damage out of it. Orans, you have to input a certain sequence of commands in a certain time limit. And Tidus, you have to, you'll have these little arrows that are going back and forth on a bar. You need to click them on the, a certain indicated space for you to get the max damage. And also, getting more overdrives for your characters, they have unique gimmicks as well. Honestly, outside of the early game, I don't tend to use overdrives very often, especially when you start getting into the side quests. There are different skills that you'll be able to learn on the Sphere grid, which we've already mentioned, that are much more convenient's not the word, but we're going to go with that. My brain can just lose track of words here, so I apologize. Yeah, I'm not healing up for this boss, but we are going to have to fight more of the smaller sin spawn here pretty soon. So, just going ahead and getting potions in is not a bad idea here. But you'll also see in the upper right-hand corner, that's the action order screen. It gives you a nice little layout of who attacks next, and if you pay attention, it will also, like when you're performing an action, like an attack or using an item, it will also let you know how those actions will affect your speed and the speed of enemies in the future. And this boss has some indicators. The more of the little tentacles it loses at the top of it, that's how much HP you whittled down, so that's nice. But yeah, there are a lot of skills when combined that are better to use in overdrives in the real late game. But the overdrives are fun, at least. And we're going to keep going. There aren't any items or anything to interact with here, so we just... Oh, there is a save point. Traveler's Save Sphere Level 1. Stores a record of your travels. Also fully restores your party's HP and MP. So yeah, these are very convenient, as you might be aware. And you don't have to save if you want to just heal your party. All you have to do is have your player character touch the sphere. So that's convenient as well.
What are you laughing at, old man? Alright, let's get out of here.
We're expected.
Huh? Give me a break, man.
So this is a bit of a gimmick battle. You'll notice over in the upper right, that broken, seems like an oil transporter, an explosives transporter of some kind. We can't attack it yet, again, as you can see, but after a certain part of dialogue, it will become available for interacting, and that is how you win this fight. These enemies will keep coming no matter how many you kill. Yeah. And when one of these things' wings starts to flicker, kill that one, because those are the ones that are about to use spines. Doesn't matter which ones you hit either. Just pick one. forgotten there was a save pointer there I didn't need.
This could be bad. That! Knock it down!
What?
Trust me, you'll see.
Yeah. So use Orin, because he's the greater damage output at the moment. And then use Tidus to take out, to do population control on these enemies. Very simple, very straightforward. This one... Yeah, I'd forgotten that there was a save point, and so I didn't need to use those potions, but really does not matter. Potions are nice in the early game, but all of these, unless you have like certain... there's a whole segment on this that we'll get into, but you won't be able to change, like, have any effect on how much damage potions will heal until... Whoops, I thought he was attacking. Oh well, it doesn't matter either. You won't be able to change that until later in the game. Yeah, I do believe my stepbrother actually lost on that tutorial boss. He just wasn't really paying attention. But I like to think that I have learned from his mistakes. I'm not sure how much level grinding I'm going to do, and if I do it, it's probably going to be off screen. This game can get a bit intricate with its leveling system. So, unless y'all don't mind that, so just let me know. I don't care either way.
Sure. This is it. This is your story. It all begins here. Hey! Hey!
My old man?
So there's really nothing special about this. You just hold circle to go down, and then you'll interact with a person that we'll see here in a bit. Keep this location in mind. We will be coming back here way on in the future. But for now, we're just going to interact with this person standing over here. Just swim over to him. You don't have to press X or anything.
I thought about a lot of things. Like where I was, what I got myself into. I started to feel lightheaded, and then sleepy. I think I had a dream of being alone. I wanted someone, anyone, beside me, so I didn't have to feel alone anymore. Anybody there? Aaron! Hey!
Alright. No enemies here. You just swim around looking for platforms to walk on. There are a couple of things out here that are good to interact with, especially if you have a previous save file. You can download some very helpful little language primers that can clear some things up as the game progresses. It's not necessary though. It's just nice to have. It's very convenient. It's not that. That's not the thing we need to interact with at this moment. But here's a chest. Got some money. Thankfully, we don't need a whole lot of it right now. Gotta go to this opposite side. I think this is where we can find the compiler that we need. Also, keep in mind this place. If you want to do the side content, especially get a very, very powerful ally, remember this place is here. We will be coming back to it. And this little blue gem here is the compiler I was talking about. Introduction to Albed. Find Albed primers to help you decipher the strange Albed language. Sikra Albed Mikikia Pakt uv Milk. So that's the Albed language, obviously. Use previously saved Albed primer data to synthesize a new Albed primer. Select save data to synthesize Albed primer from. Please note that save data from other users will not be reflected in actual Albed primer synthesis. So yeah, I'm gonna pick my most recent saves, since that should have all of them. Albed primers you just find scattered through the world. They can be very, very hard to spot. They're very small. It's not really intuitive how you find them, but if you just look up a walkthrough online, it'll give you all the locations. We're going to synthesize from other save data. Thought I did that already. Albed dictionary successfully loaded. Okay, I just wasn't paying attention. Compile Albed dictionary, yes. Tidus has achieved the rank of Albed Sikdan, which I do believe that Sikdan means master. And now that we have all that, we can go over to this little blue gem in this column over here, and we can understand what it says. Albed actually is not a language, it's a cipher, and we'll get into that a little later here after we read this. Something is written here. In the land where bolts of light illuminate the blackest night, with Makalania behind, the fourth pillar you sight. Look not on the left, but on the right.
What do we have here? Nope, can't read it.
Not really integrating the gameplay and the story there. Yeah, on a first save file, obviously Tidus is not going to have all the primers, so he wouldn't be able to understand this. But yeah, knowing Albed will make it a lot easier for you to find very helpful little treasures scattered throughout the world. Again, it's not necessary. They're not super difficult to find. The game usually tells you about them in multiple ways, or you can just look at a walkthrough. Does not really matter. Yes, but Albed is a cipher. It is not a language. This is because the letters in the Albed alphabet are substituted for normal English letters. It is a coded language, and we will find out why as the story progresses. And I might elaborate on it just to be sure that it's absolutely clear. So we head up here, and we will turn down this way, and there will be, I believe there's a treasure chest down here. And you'll want to get these now, because these chests, I do believe you will not be able to get after a certain point here pretty soon. Right now, I do believe. Alright. So we will go underwater. I think there is another chest down here that we can get. Yeah, you just kind of swim around until you get this little cutscene here. I might have started something a bit soon, but don't worry. Anything in this pool you can get later because this area will still be available. Yeah, the battle theme of this game is such a lot. And again, don't do anything really special here. Thankfully, Tidus has a very relatively high evasion score and a luck score for this point in the game. So we just attack a couple times, and then this part of the fight is over. Careful with this boss because it does do a lot of damage. But bottom line, between healing yourself... Oh, actually, no. Okay, so I think like the big tentacle sin spawn that we fought before, it just does a percentage of your health. So just keep attacking. It's been so long since I played this game, I forgot exactly how this first little boss works. Golly, I only dog paddle. I could not swim as fast or as gracefully as Tidus does. I'd either get eaten or I'd drown.
I had made it out of the frying pan and into the freezer. I thought I was gonna die in this place.
Yeah, and luckily this is also in the age before, right before, QuickTime events, so no way Tidus can die in that scene. But there are a couple of treasure chests and little interactables that we can get here, so we're just going to be exploring for the time being.
Need fire.
Yeah, so in the upper left hand corner we still have our map, and these pink kind of blinking X's are they're necessary like quest interactables. So we're going to examine this pile of wood. The remains of a campfire. With flint and tinder you could start another fire here. So we are going to look for flint and tinder. Some withered flowers have been left here. They have soaked up too much rainwater to serve as tinder. Yeah, we need to find some dry flowers and then some flint. A creepy statue. Yeah, it does look a little creepy. It's kind of gargoyle-esque. The iconography of more withered flowers. Yeah, the iconography and like the the cultural kind of look of this game was based on the South Pacific area. Also, there's a lot of homages to Okinawa, Japan. Beautiful, beautiful countries, beautiful culture. Final Fantasy X is not just one of the most visually appealing Final Fantasy games, one of the most gorgeous games, period, to be honest with you, in my opinion. There's also going to be a lot of Buddhist iconography, references to Buddhism, or some I think it's like the main sectarian branch of Buddhism, what it is now. We will also get into that later. That's where we came in. Yeah, these little green on the map. A white square is a save point, and green squares are, like in buildings, they're entrances and exits. So all you need to do, oops, I'm incorrect. I got turned around. Yeah, all you need to do is just run around and find, we already found the flint, now we need to go and, we can't go through that door right now, and find the fuel. So we'll go this way. Very, very straightforward area, again, branching out a little bit from the tutorial section, but, well, we're still technically in the tutorial section. Obtained withered bouquet. Go over here and we can get a treasure chest, I believe. Run around the debris. And a high potion. So potions are, for now, they're nice to have, but they will very quickly become obsolete, especially if you're level grinding. High potions are gonna be a lot better to have. They heal 1,000 HP instead of 200. However, when we gain access to a certain character and a certain mechanic of the game, potions can kind of regain a bit of their usefulness. But for now, we are going to examine the fire again, and Tidus will use the fuel and the flint.
I need food. What do you want?
It was a bad call. Your team lost because of you.
You came to say that?
It's been 10 years. I thought you'd be crying.
Who, me?
You cried.
Hey, wait! Don't go out on me! Just hold on. I'll get more wood. Give me a break!
Yeah, the monster designs in this game are cool too. This is one of my favorites. Another very straightforward boss. Just keep an eye on your health and attack when you're not doing that. Yeah, Tidus excels in speed and... Having some issues with the cats right now. I have two of them. There's an older female and a younger female, and big sister is not entirely keen on little sister at the moment. Scout, hey. Anyway, yeah, pretty simple. Once this cutscene starts, I'm gonna go check on them. So give me just a second.
You on my side? Cool!
Sorry, had to address some pet drama. Everyone's fine. Just sibling rivalry. Okay, using grenades. Certain items, like grenades, have special effects when used. These items can only be used during battle by selecting the special ability, Use. So, our new friend here, whose name we don't know, she has access to the special command, which we can get other characters to have access to this later, but that's way later in the game. So we use a grenade. Another nice little item to have in the beginning of the game, but rapidly loses its appeal until later. Oh, good, we got a critical on that. Yes, items can give you critical hits. Use a potion here. Yeah, just try to keep characters out of yellow territory. And then we can steal another grenade from this guy. Use it against him immediately. And kaboom. Literally. We've gained some spirit levels finally.
Phew. That was close. Hey, let me go!
What is this?
Fiend!
A fiend in human disguise. Yes, it is so. We kill it?
Fed!
Wait!
Trivida
What if it is human? They are the same in death. I forbid it. We bring it with us. Again, another place where the outbed primers are very useful.
Kuno.
Sorry. And thankfully there's no dialogue in Albed. If you don't have the primers, that was like super imperative for you to know. But yeah, it's just a little convenience. Makes the game a bit more enjoyable, I think. Sit, captive.
Hey, that hurts!
No moving. Here.
Whoa. Okay.
Search him.
Right, whatever.
Do you not speak?
I said I don't understand.
Insolence.
Fed!
Wait.
He said you can stay if you make yourself useful.
You understand me? All right, I'll work.
Move it. Get to work immediately. You afraid of the sea? Weakling. If you're near death, really near death, use this. Got 3 free potions. Go over and save. And then when you're ready, we will go talk to the girl here in a bit. And that red blinking arrow you see in the map in the upper left, that tells you the direction you need to go to get to the next point in the story. We'll talk. Actually, there actually is a primer that you can find here, either right now or when you come back to the ship. So be on the lookout for that. They're kind of small, rectangular, kind of tan or creamy looking, I believe. I think it's around the crane, but it might be somewhere else. But yeah, keep a sharp eye out for those.
Oh, almost forgot.
Now we get another tutorial using the sphere grid, since we have a sphere level that we can use. The sphere grid is used to develop your characters by activating nodes with spheres. Let's see how this is done. Select Sphere Grid from the main menu. The cursor appears at the selected character's current position. Use left, up, right, down on the directional pad to move the cursor. You can also use the sticks, but depending on where you are and what you're doing, it can be more convenient to use the D-pad. Information on upgrades is displayed at the top of the screen. This location is for defense upgrades, while this one lets you learn an ability. These upgrade locations are called nodes. Characters are upgraded by activating these nodes. A character must move near a node in order to activate it. Let's go through this step by step. By pressing X, the cursor returns to the character's position and a list of commands appear. Select Move to display the number of steps the character can move. The number of steps a character can move is equivalent to his S level, or sphere level. S levels are gained by getting AP, ability points, which are obtained by participating in battles. Characters must fight battles to gain AP and obtain sphere levels, which are in turn used to move around the grid. In short, if characters do not participate in battles, they will not grow stronger. In this case, Tidus has 4 sphere levels, so he can move up to 4 steps. In general, you should be careful not to move too fast, as you may forget to activate nodes you pass over. So let's take one step and learn the ability Cheer. Note that you do not have to be at a node to activate it. You can do it from an adjacent node as well. By selecting a destination, sphere levels are spent and the character will move. I don't know if you guys heard that, but I have a very, I think, hilariously obnoxious notification sound. Anyway, when the character arrives at the designated spot, you will be asked for final confirmation. If the destination is correct, select Yes. At this point, the movement process is complete and cannot be cancelled. If you want to activate nodes you passed over, you must spend sphere levels to go back. When you're retracing your steps, you can move 4 steps by spending 1 sphere level. However...
No. Stop. Quit.
Ugh, cats. However, going back every time is not very cost efficient. Always plan ahead to avoid wasting sphere levels. Now, since the character is in position, let's activate a node. To activate nodes, you must use spheres. Spheres are items that can be obtained by various means, but mainly by defeating enemies. Press X and select Use. A list of spheres currently in stock will be displayed. In this tutorial, we have 8 power spheres, 6 mana spheres, 4 speed spheres, and 4 ability spheres. And each different kind of sphere can activate certain kinds of nodes. So they're not set to just one particular kind of node, but you do have to collect them via battling. I think you can buy them at some points, but I might be Mandelaing myself. But fighting is the main and best way to get these things. Every sphere has a special function. For example, power spheres are used to activate strength, defense, and HP nodes. Ability spheres activate ability nodes. Nodes that can be activated are the node at the character's current position and the nodes directly adjacent to it. This means nodes that are one step behind or ahead can also be activated. In this example, the only node that can be activated is an ability node, so only ability spheres can be used. When you select a sphere, the nodes that can be activated by that sphere at that position are highlighted. Ability spheres have been selected here, so only the ability node will glow. By selecting the node you want, it will activate and the character will learn its ability. Note that one ability sphere was used during this process. Use the same procedure to improve the character's strength, magic, max HP, MP, etc. Power spheres, magic spheres, and speed spheres are needed to improve each corresponding stat. Also, every node on the grid can be activated separately by each character. This means that a character can reactivate a node already used by another character by moving to it and using the corresponding sphere. I'm sorry. Note that locks cannot be opened at present. Another tutorial will become available once you are able to unlock them. Now that you know how to upgrade your characters, let's look at the other useful features of the sphere grid. The character's current status can be displayed by pressing triangle. I'm on PS5, again. Use this information to plan how you wish to upgrade your characters. Press L1 and R1 to switch between characters. This is useful when you wish to compare the character's stats or when you wish to quickly upgrade multiple characters. I never do the first, I do the second. Press the, whatever this middle button touch screen thing is in the middle of the PS5 controller to zoom in and out for a better view of the grid. And there's a lot there. This concludes the sphere grid tutorial. Try improving Tidus now. Alright. So it automatically goes to the sphere grid, or maybe that was me pressing the triangle button. But we go to sphere grid, we select Tidus, press X, move, use the D-pad to move forward, go to use, ability sphere. We know cheer now. Cheer is going to be very useful for us in this next area because it raises your strength and your defense by one stage. And these little abilities in this particular family, they can stack up to 6 times. So just be aware of that. You cannot use... you can use them indefinitely, but you won't get an infinite boost from using them. Very, very useful in the early game. Not so useful when we start getting into the later stages and you've really started... upgrading your characters. But I do really hate it when games, strong arm you into the tutorial. I really wish, especially since this is a remake, came out in 2015, the year I graduated college, maybe the year before, that they gave you an option to opt out of the tutorial. That really would have been nice. Yeah, this it's not really a remake. It's kind of a misnomer, these games. It's a remaster. And they've upgraded the graphics, they've changed some of the sound and sound quality around, and they've added in some of the content that was only available in the international versions of these games. So we have Final Fantasy X, we have Final Fantasy X-2, we have Final Fantasy X Eternal Calm, which isn't a game, it's a cutscene that is the bridge between 10 and 10-2, and then we have Final Fantasy X-2 Last Mission, which I've played a little bit through, I haven't gotten very far. Definitely different playstyle from 10 and 10-2 entirely. But it's fun. I'll probably go back and play it at some point as part of this series. But yeah, this isn't a remake, and it really needs one, especially to really update the graphics and the music and everything. But as far as remasters go, kind of like what I said with the soundtrack, this is just a bit of a mixed bag. Some things it does really well, other things it does not do as well as it really should have, especially with as good a game as Final Fantasy X already was, and the cleanup that it deserved. Yeah, for 2021, yeah, right, 2001, this was a beautiful, very advanced, gorgeous game, and it still holds up today. Again, one of my all-time favorite games, probably my favorite Final Fantasy game ever so far. Haven't played all of them, but I've played about a third of them. I really read more about Final Fantasy than I've actually played it. But yeah, 10 is, everyone loves 7. I love 7 as well. 10 is absolutely at the top for me. Just excels everywhere. Or almost everywhere, but we'll get into that later. Anyway, we're about 20 seconds away from the end of this recording. I can only record for an hour on these things, so I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see y'all later. Have a great week, great day, wherever you are. Bye-bye.